I went down on her, I fucked her ass.
First time I kissed a girl was like the best time ever.
Was vagina anything like what you thought it would taste like?
Better.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have my viewers right now guess in the comments which one of you is the gold star. Guess in the comments.
Good morning, girlfriends, boyfriends, and everyone else in between. Today, I have a very special treat for you. I have managed to gather 6 older lesbians who have probably been out for longer than most of us have been alive. They're gonna tell us about their first ever experience with another woman. This video would not be possible without our friends over at Prideful Box. Almost everybody goes through a time when they're first coming out that they are ashamed, they're scared, they feel alone. Prideful Box is here to help you through that. It's a monthly subscription box that sends you cute and important gay shit that will continue to inspire you for the rest of your gay life. They also send a percentage of the proceeds to the Trevor Project to benefit the Trevor Project, which is amazing. If you want to save 25% off your first box, you can use the code Arielle. Get pridefulbox.com, and yeah, let's go straight into the video.
So today we're talking to lesbians,
Okay.
and we are talking about your first time having sex with another woman.
We were married 3 years, I think. 3 or 4 years.
You've been together for how long?
13 years.
8 years.
Wow.
Was in Catholic school, and I was like 14 years old.
Wait, this is a true story?
This is a true story. About 6 months later, I was also dating a guy. And then went on to that.
You just told them who's the gold star.
My first time was with my friend Kathy. We were best of friends.
I seduced her, tied this woman up, did what I wanted, which has been my MO for the rest of my life. I had read a lot of my father's pornography.
We got started, and then like halfway through, we both like sat up and sat on the edge of the bed and were like taking deep breaths, because it was almost like once we, at that point, then we would both have to admit that we were gay.
My first experience with a woman, there was no orgasm. I was 16.
So we didn't want to get caught, so I locked the front door. My room was down in the basement, but I didn't realize that my mother didn't have the keys. And of course we had the music up really loud, so we didn't want anybody to hear anything. Couldn't hear my mom knocking on my bedroom window, so she's like on her belly in the grass, because I was down in the basement. It has like those little little crawling windows. Yeah.
And she saw you?
Of course. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
12.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say probably like a 7, just because it was kind of a...
Finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it was bad, it's like, it's a girl.
Right.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
I didn't orgasm either. She had an open relationship with her husband. I think the first time was the same thing, just a little heavy petting and shirts off and kissing, but she didn't want to go any further.
But you know, people make it this like holy moment, and it should be fun. It should be easy.
Did you feel guilty after you did it because of how you were raised?
Yes.
And how did that work out in your mind? How did you get through that?
I married a man, had a child.
Oh man, did you?
Yes.
After you had sex with a woman for the
Yes.
first time?
I'm much more cautious with a guy because of the fact, you know, as a good Catholic girl, you know, you can get pregnant and, you know, you lose your virginity and there's all that aspects with that. So there seemed to be much more taboo that I had heard growing up than I had heard with women.
He passed away, so after that I decided to be more true to myself. And
Good for you.
yeah.
I moved away from my family and away from those expectations. So I just kind of lived my life the way I wanted to.
Did vagina taste anything like you thought it would?
I don't know whether I particularly had a thought about that or not. I was a jock too when I was in school, so I was used to sweat and hot and, you know, kind of that.
I think beforehand you actually are expecting it to be really nasty.
Because of what
You
men
hear,
say.
you hear fish.
Yeah.
You know, you hear it.
Doesn't taste like fish at all.
No.
No, I think I had enough experience with my own to kind of know what was coming.
That's a whole other video, but that's
Advice for young lesbians getting ready to do the nasty the first time.
Is explore. You know, if you've got a creative mind and want to figure it out, you know, it doesn't have to be traditional missionary sex. You know, go have fun with each other. If that's a snuggle party and you're spooning each other, that's amazing.
Be true to yourself. The longer, you know, you're not true to yourself, the harder it is.
I'd say just go for it. It's going to be super, super scary, but it'll be well worth it.
I think you have to follow your fantasies. Like, whatever you think about, try it.
To feel good and feel good about yourself is nothing to feel bad about or be ashamed of.
If we loosen up what we determine as sex and start just exploring bodies, then I think we get a much more positive reaction.
Now you have to kiss.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh,
That's the easy part.
easiest part.
That's the easy part.
My mum actually did this action, like to teach me what sex was. I'm just a dirty